Ladies and gentlemen, where is Joe Biden? That is the number one question that is being asked around the world right now. Yes, by the way, using a green screen because I am RVing with the family cross country, but I promised you, I'm going to be going live daily and giving you updates. That is my job and that is my responsibility to you, my subscribers, to bring you the truth of what's happening. Be part of the awakening, political, spiritual, patriotic awakening in this country. Now, let's get back to the question, where's Joe? Joe Biden dropped out of the race on Sunday, but nobody has seen him in about a week now, and he endorses the worst candidate possible, Kamala Harris. There is now going to be an open convention at the DNC, which is going to go and just bring all hell with it. There's going to be protests. There's going to be riots outside. But I think what's going to be going on inside in the convention, it's going to be even worse. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into all the details, the videos, and the news articles, I want us to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Midas Gold Group, second generation Christian veteran family owned gold, silver, and precious metals IRA firm, and they protect your money from Bidenomics. And you can get free silver on qualifying orders when you tell them Vlad sent you. So go to MidasGoldGroup.com or call them at 480-360-3000 or text Vlad to the number 232425. Now, let's get right into it. Links to all that are down below in the description. Please, as soon as you're in, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment letting me know you hear me, you see me, share this with a friend. Let's get to the first part. First, I want to talk about these polls. These are CNN polls that have been done after Joe Biden dropped out of the race. We're going to watch this together, ladies and gentlemen. It's not looking good for Kamala.
CNN senior data reporter Harry Enton joining me now to run the numbers. There is a lot of excitement. We have not seen this kind of shift in tone from the Democrats in particular. I can't remember a time where we've been through something like this.
This has been the craziest month in American politics that I can possibly recall. It was less than a month ago that Joe Biden and Donald Trump were debating in the CNN debate.
Less than a month.
Less than a month. We had a failed assassination attempt. We had a president literally saying, no, I'm not going to run for re-election less than a month before the Democratic National Convention. But here is the thing, Sarah Seidner, for all of the excitement that Democrats have over Kamala Harris, it is going to be difficult to beat Donald Trump. And I want to give you an understanding of why. Let's take a look here just first at the favorable views of Donald Trump. We know that Donald Trump has historically been unpopular. But take a look now. After the Republican National Convention, in the ABC News Ipsos poll, he recorded his highest ever favorable rating at 40%. That's not a one-off. Take a look at the Quinnipiac University poll, 46%. That's the highest ever in that pollster. The fact is, Donald Trump is more popular now than he ever has been before. So, yes, Democrats can make this switcheroo, but they're still going to have to beat Donald Trump, a Donald Trump who is stronger, Sarah, than he has ever been before.
It will be interesting to see how voters respond.
So Donald Trump is right now more popular than ever before. I want to read you this poll. I have it pulled up on my Twitter X. It comes from political polls. They say they're nonpartisan, but they're left-leaning. They just conducted a poll before ages 18 to 34 yesterday. On Monday they did. Trump is at 58%. This is nationwide. Kamala Harris is at 39%. Trump is beating her within the ages of 18 to 34 by 19 points. Now, I have so much good news for you guys. But first, I want to switch the topic really quickly to, where's Joe? Is he alive? What is happening? We're going to George, a.k.a. Big Easy. His Twitter page says, first thing, breaking. It is being reported. Here we go. Breaking. It is being reported that Joe Biden is currently dying and final preparations are being made. According to Loomer, quote, Biden has been dying, and he is dying rather quickly. This is why Kamala flew to Delaware today and why Biden's White House Chief of Staff, Jeff Zients, called for an emergency meeting and call with all White House staff today at Laura Loomer. What the hell is going on? Now, here's another one. If Joe Biden actually does die, they'll blame COVID, but the reality is that they took him away and unalived him to make way for Kamala Harris. Biden did not willingly step down. They gave him innumerable doses of Paxlovid. Be vigilant and be discerning in these uncertain times. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not fool ourselves. Joe Biden did not want to step down. Joe Biden went the very next day after the debate to North Carolina, him and Jill, and said, I am not stepping down. I'm not going anywhere. I am running and I am going to win. I do have another theory, though. Hear me out before we get to the next segment. Here's my theory. Joe Biden, they forced him to step down. But they told him, don't endorse anyone. Just step down, get away. But I went and endorsed Kamala. He right now feels betrayed, thinking, I'm the president of the United States, a Democrat. I have dedicated my entire life to the Democrat Party. I have lied for you. I have cheated for you. I have stolen for you. I've laundered money for you. I did so much crime for you guys and hid so many of your secrets and helped you hide your secrets. And now, because of one debate, you are forcing me out. You, Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, all these, big donors going to the press and telling me to step down. Well, if I can't be president and if I can't beat Joe Biden, nobody will. So in retaliation, him and Jill make a plan to endorse Kamala Harris, knowing she, out of everybody in the nation, in the world, has the worst possible chance of beating Trump. That's my prediction. Now, on to the good news, ladies and gentlemen. This is amazing news. This is happy news. Breaking. Relentless patriots working alongside Scott Presler have officially flipped Bucks County, Pennsylvania from blue to red in voter registration. Bucks is a massive suburb of Philadelphia that voted for Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden. This is unprecedented. Congratulations to Scott Presler and all Pennsylvania volunteers who made this happen. They are also on the verge of flipping other counties. Now, I'm going to introduce you, if you don't know who Scott Presler is, this is him. He made a video today talking about how he flipped, how right now, the reason we have a majority in Congress is because of this man. The only reason we have a majority in the House of Representatives is because of Scott Presler. This is an 8-minute video. We'll watch the first 3 minutes of it. He breaks down how he personally, he's just a regular person like you and I, took it into his own hands to take Congress from the Democrats when, for in the primary, and listen to what he did and how he did it.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Presler. To those of you who don't know me, I am the son of a retired Navy captain. I am that long-haired, flat-ironed Eagle Scout. And in 2021, I was the recipient of the Ronald Reagan Award for Freedom at CPAC. But how did I get started? I started off as a dog walker. I graduated from George Mason University, 3.63 criminal justice. Couldn't find a job during the Obama years, and so I started walking dogs for a living. There's nothing wrong with that. working class, a meerkat, and I went on to work at an elementary school. During this time, for Alexandria City Public Schools, President Obama was reelected into office. And that was a moment that changed my life because I realized that I was a part of the problem because I wasn't the solution. I was only a voter. I wasn't knocking on doors. I wasn't registering voters. I wasn't getting out the vote. And so I said, Scott, you're going to get a job in politics. So in 2014, I moved my life away from my family and friends halfway across the country to Texas to elect Governor Greg Abbott. And that was a wave year for Republicans, taking back the Senate, winning governorships all across the country. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, 2016 is so important because we must protect the Supreme Court and we must elect a conservative.
So remember this. In 2014, he moved to Texas, just knowing nobody, connected to nobody, and started knocking doors by himself to get Governor Greg Abbott elected. This man's very first big election win was in Texas. He literally moved halfway across the country without any friends there, without any family there, knowing nobody, just knowing we need to elect this guy. And he did. He went door to door. Listen to this.
Majority. And I was honored to help defeat Hillary Clinton and elect Donald J. Trump to office. And then it just kept going. I thought to myself, this is my passion. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to do good. And so, in helping to re-elect President Trump and working towards 2020, President Trump changed my life. He was talking.
When it comes, I see a lot of comments. People are saying that Biden didn't endorse Kamala. He officially endorsed her. He released an official letter on Twitter X endorsing Kamala Harris. He's, if I'm going to paraphrase, he said, in 2020, I made the right choice by taking her as VP. Now I believe she needs to be the Democrat candidate on the top of the ticket.
About Baltimore, Maryland. I'm the guy that went into the city and we organized a trash cleanup. And with 200 volunteers on a Monday, we picked up 12 tons of trash in 12 hours in one day. And I thought to myself, this is why I'm a Republican, because concerned citizens coming together in an act of love could do more good than the government with all its money, all its power ever could. And so I started traveling the whole country. I went to Atlanta, Austin, Baltimore, Chicago, Denver, Duquesne, Detroit, Houston, Kenosha, Los Angeles, Miami, Milwaukee, Nashville, Portland, Pittsburgh, Philly, Salem. And I was even protested. And many of you might have seen this video of me on the streets of San Francisco in righteous anger, asking, why do Democrats choose illegal aliens over American lives, over homeless Americans? And so after the debacle of 2020, after that election, I thought to myself, I have to do everything in my power to help take control of Congress to stop Joe Biden from passing reckless and dangerous legislation. And so I spent a lot of time in Pinellas County, Florida, which we flipped from blue to red, Seminole County, Florida, which we flipped from blue to red, and Long Island, New York, which we flipped from blue to red.
Who remembers during the primary election when there was Long Island went red and everyone was shocked that that Long Island elected a Republican congressman for the first time in over 37 years. This was in the 2022 primaries. Scott Presler is responsible for flipping Long Island, for flipping 2 counties in Florida and another county in Texas. And now he just flipped
our voter registration.
He just flipped the most important county in Pennsylvania. The most important county. This county decides almost like the Senate races. It's a huge, powerful county, and that county went for Hillary, went for Biden in 2020. And for the first time in over 50 years, I believe, they flipped it. So we flipped Bucks County from blue to red. I'm the happiest guy in the world, but we're only getting started. Luzerne County is next. My organization is hiring full-time staff across Pennsylvania. This guy moved. Then he moved from Texas to Pennsylvania to make sure he can vote in Pennsylvania for Trump and to work on flipping the state. And how are they doing it? They're going door to door. They're going to community centers, to parks, to bars, to churches. And they're registering Republican voters. They're bringing the message of conservatism, the message of MAGA, the message of America first to these places. And they're flipping counties. The swamp is terrified of him. So here's what I'm going to finish up with this. Here's where we are today. Trump is doing even better against Kamala Harris than he is doing against Biden. Not only that, the number one issue in America right now is the open border. Kamala Harris is responsible for the border. She's the border czar. That is her job. She failed her job. Not only that, she helped cover up Biden's mental decline. We right now we have such momentum and trajectory to winning this election, but we don't give up and we don't just say, great, I'm going to go vote. No, ladies and gentlemen, we keep praying. We speak truth to power. We make sure we get our friends, our neighbors, our co-workers, our church friends registered to vote. Ask the elderly, do they need a ride on election day? Maybe you can be the ride for them. Maybe take their ballot in for them. The job is not over. The job is just beginning to start. Then, when Trump is elected, we have 79 days between election and inauguration. That's when all hell is going to break loose. That is when it's going to get really, really bad. Can I give you another prediction before I go? If Joe Biden isn't already whacked, he will be whacked. And I believe Kamala Harris will serve as president until inauguration of Donald Trump. My opinion. I think she will actually become the first sitting female president because she was VP and the president dies. That's my prediction. But ladies and gentlemen, I got good news for you. His name is Jesus Christ. Donald Trump took a bullet for you. That man actually died for you. And he actually died for Trump. And he came back and he is guiding us. He wants to save this country. He wants revival in this country. He wants souls saved. Addiction, the chains of addiction broken. The chains of poverty broken. The chains of divorce broken. The chains of suicide and overdoses and depression broken. And he is leading our party. He's leading our candidate. He is leading each and every single one of us, you and I. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, stay tuned. We're on the road. We're going up to New York to see friends. Trump 2024. God bless.